Hi, I'm Geisha. Today I'm going to continue my series of self-help videos by sharing some techniques to help you become more self-aware. Let's get to it. Okay, so let's consider what is self-awareness. This is your foundation. It's the starting point. If you want to make changes in your life, or you want to understand how or why you react in a certain way, or even why others react to you the way they do, then you need to be aware of yourself, your attitude, your behavior, your emotions. By recognizing your strengths and your weaknesses and your motivations and perhaps even your demotivations, you're in a better position to control what's going on in your life. You can use your self-awareness as the baseline to launch yourself in whichever direction you wish, because you'll have a much better understanding of how to get there. So today we're going to look at 5 techniques that you can use to try to become more self-aware. Let's look at these 5 techniques in more detail. Meditation improves our mind-to-body connection. You become more sensitive to listening to your body and ultimately finding your center, which is a great place to start being self-aware. There are lots of different ways to meditate, plenty of sources of information on the internet and books. So it's just a matter of finding what works for you. Personally, I'm not very good at sitting still and being quiet. So I love to do an at-home yoga practice, because through the movement and that focus on breath, I actually manage to quieten my brain, even if it's just for a short time. So here, when I'm talking about accepting your beginnings, it's talking about your starting point. Something that promotes self-awareness is actually accepting where you started from, where you came from. If you've had a great childhood and you've had wonderful experience, that's fabulous. And if you've had crappy ones, that really suck. But at the end of the day, no matter what these, experiences are, they are the foundations that make you who you are today. And you need to be able to accept that in order to move forward. So if you're a grumpy old bag because of the things that have happened in your past, accept it. That's where you start from. And then you can understand why people perceive you the way they do, why you react the way you do. And then you can move on from there. It's not about judging yourself or making yourself feel bad. It's all about being realistic and honest about that starting point. Now, having a realistic awareness of your strengths and weaknesses puts you on that path of actually accepting yourself. It's not meant to be a method, again, of making yourself feel bad about what you're unable to do, but it's about understanding your limitations and really emphasizing the good stuff. Here's a tough but extremely useful technique to gain better self-awareness. It's about asking others. It's always easier for a person to see other people's shortcomings than their own. So who better to ask about your personality than your trusted friends or a coach? For this technique to work, you really have to be open and consciously stop yourself from becoming defensive, especially when you hear things that you don't want to hear. The final technique I want to mention is regular self-reflection. To be able to reflect on your actions of the day means that you are willing to learn more about your nature and your purpose. Taking time to consider your behavior thoughtfully will enable you to understand yourself better and therefore become more self-aware. Doing this on a regular basis is such a positive habit, and it transforms your behavior from being reactive to proactive. So in summary, self-awareness is a really powerful skill, and with all personal development skills, it needs to be practiced. The techniques we've gone through today are a few ways of getting to know yourself better, thereby having more control in your life and stopping yourself from blocking your path towards being a happier person. Be honest with your internal assessments and stay open to identifying the bad qualities as well as the good. At the end of the day, you need to accept who you truly are in order to get moving in the right direction. If you'd like to know more about my coaching services, please see the links below. Check out my website. I'd really love to hear from you. Thank you.